Good morning. So, I haven't been all that talkative in the last couple of days, so I think this is the first video I've done in a couple of days. And really, what I've decided with myself is that if it doesn't come, like something doesn't come to me that I really want to say, then I'm just not going to film because there's no point in pushing something. If something comes up that I think is of quality or that I feel like I need to talk through or share or that I even just want to share, then yeah. So look where I'm sitting. So there's Lola over there. I'm sitting in Nakramud under this. I hiked up. See down there is the valley below. There's Rexay. And I'm in Nakramud and there is the pillar. So just so you can get kind of an idea and the other side of the mountain of where I am. And it's quiet because it's hot. It's mid-July and there's no water in this valley in the summer. It dries up. In the winter there is, but in the summer there's no water, um, so there's not a lot of hikers that come through here, which is nice. So I was sitting here thinking and like feeling what I'm feeling. And this whole past week, first of all, I quit smoking. It's been, today's Saturday, so since last Saturday. And I think that that is a big part of it. I also don't feel like I really want to. I like the clarity. I like the feeling that things are moving, the feeling like, yeah, that all day long, there's nothing that I'm, like in that way, there's nothing that I'm running after. And I feel clarity. There's no fogginess. And that feels really good. And what I've noticed is that in the times, and I probably already said this in a couple of videos, but during the times when I don't smoke, when I have that clarity, it seems like things in my life just start moving. Whether I can put my finger on the why or how or whatever, it just seems like things in my life start taking off, which makes sense because I get way more done. It's like way more productive, but not productive in a way of like pressure. It's just that I'm always moving and things are always happening, and I'm less stuck in my mind and in my emotions. And something that my shaman told me when we were at that ceremony on the Jordan River, he he said, because at some point I wanted to smoke and I told him I'm going to smoke, and he said to hold it off as long as possible because that when you smoke marijuana, it brings emotion into it. So it changes your whole perception. It changes your whole, what you're conceiving and your experience. And that was the first time that I ever really heard it said like that marijuana opens up your emotions. And then when I was paying attention to it, I could see exactly what he was saying. It opens up all of your emotions. It broadens your view in some ways, but in other ways it closes other things off, or you go into like a different dimension, a different perception, a different way of looking at things. You're looking at it through a more emotional perception, um, and kind of foggy. But what I'm feeling like is this last week have been a lot less of a roller coaster. I feel like I'm a lot more steady and straight and understand where I'm going, what I want to do. N- Not really in and I don't mean in a way of like I know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, but I can feel that I'm on the right track. And that's what I was actually wanted to talk through. Everything up till now is just giving you kind of like a base of where I'm at. And then there's something in me that is excited. And this is something that I've been wanting for a long time. And I can't, it's not something that I can really pinpoint. But I remember way back when. And I feel like the excitement coming up. It's almost going to come up into tears. The excitement. I'm מתרגשת, like I'm excited for what's coming, and I don't even know what's coming, and I don't know what my next steps all I know is that to move from where I am, just keep taking another step forward, another step forward, another step forward, another step forward, and just following each moment with the next moment. So I have this. I know that there's a certain way that I want my life to open up, and I don't know exactly how to get there, from here to there, but I do trust that the universe is going to take me in the right direction. And I've seen this over and over and over and over again, and throughout my life. When you get enough life behind you, and you look at enough life experience, and you look behind you, and you see how everything opened up in perfect sequence that you could have never planned for it to open up in that sequence. And you made other plans for it to open up. You were trying to take your life in other directions. Your life went in the direction that it went. And then afterwards, you see the amazement and how it did turn out, and that everything was grandly, divinely planned to take you down the perfect route to bring you to the place that you are. And I always trust, because of that, because I can look back like that and know that everything passes. Everything is bringing you forward to the next step, even the unsettling parts, especially the unsettling parts, because the unsettling parts are our growth. The places in life where we don't know. I just saw something on Facebook that somebody posted. Said, if the next step on your path, I think it was Rumi, maybe that wrote. I don't remember who's saying it was, but is, if the next step on your path is clear, you must be on somebody else's path. And that's what I'm saying, is that all of the times that we're in emotional turmoil, or we don't know where to go, or we feel like we're all, what's going on, what do I do from here? It's times of immense growth, because when we go through them, and when we start settling them, and we start um, um, getting some hindsight, and we come out the other end stronger, and we have already solved it, then we come out with that much more life experience, and we don't have to go down that route again. We already know exactly what it was, and we have overcome it, or not even overcome it. It's not all the time about overcoming something. It's about going through it and passing through it and getting the life experience, and understanding it, and deciphering, and sorting your life. This yes, this no. This yes, it's all the time. Lidayak, get into perfection, into the fine lines of this yes, this no, this yes, this no. And as you go through sifting and sorting your life, you start getting closer and closer, and more in your center, and more in the vortex, as Abraham Hicks would say. You get more into your center, and your being, and your knowing, and exact for your own being, into the exact place that you need to be, centered. And so, with everything, all these last months, I was telling you about the book that I was reading, that was The Science of Getting Rich, I think it was. And in that book, he talks about that there is an intelligent substance that is all around us, and all through us, and in everything. And that it's like, I don't remember the words that he is, but in my understanding, it's like Play-Doh. It's like, if you hold a thought and a certain vibration, the thing will form out of this intelligent substance that is all around us in the entire universe. And everything that is made of this intelligent substance, came to be from this intelligent substance. Imagine this was a seed. Where did all this come from? This is bigger than a seed. Where did it all come from? So you can say, okay, it came into from the ground, but where did the ground come from? How did it know how to make this? So everything is made out of this intelligence and invisible and visible substance that goes through its, I guess you could call it God, you could call it the all, you could call it the universe, you could call it whatever. But there is no absence. So even all around us, even if we can't see it, there is no separation between us and everything that is around us. Even the air that is touching, is substance. It is something. So it's like we are in this big pot and everything is available to us, for us, and we are a part, and we are for it and part of it. It's all this big divine mastery, big divine mumbo jumbo God, and we are part of it. We are an active, essential, um, unseparable part of all of this. And if we say the entire universe is aspiring in our favor, then uh, we are also aspiring for the favor of the universe. And once we get this synchronicity, once we understand that it's not we get to take from the universe, we're part of the universe. So just as the universe gives us, we give back. And if we're able to make this connection and understand it divinely, that our well-being and the universe's well-being and everything around us' well-being is the same as our well-being, because we're a part of it all. We're all connected to everything. So just, the thought of I want to take from the universe is the ego, because it's like I'm separated from the universe. Now, I do think that we are provided for by the universe, but it's not a greedy kind of thing. It's a providence that is divinely. We're worthy. We are part of it. It is like the obvious, and I don't mean it in like a takey greedy way. I mean it in a way of that we are worthy. And it's more than worthy. It's not even worthy. You don't have to be worthy of it. It just is. We come from this universe and we are part of it. And we're part of all of this divinity. And all of this divinity is part of us. And everything is aspiring for everything. Everything is in our best interest is in the universe's best interest is in our best interest. So, um, I'm kind of feeling like I am missing words to explain this. We are not separate from. We are connected to the essence of our being, to everything that is around us. Now, how we got to this conversation, I'm not quite sure, because I was talking about something else. I know what I was talking about. But this is important. This is important because this is the base of it all. Once we understand that we are connected to everything, everything is in our favor, and everything is available to us. Um, Once we are able to make this like spiral, that is not just a take, because you can't just take. It has to be a give and take. It has to be a give and take, and it has to be in favor for all. And once we are able to establish this energy, which is a give and take, it's like something that runs through us, then we are connected to everything that is around us, then we understand. I want to bring this into words to where I'm trying to, I'm, just a minute, it's coming in. It's like a language. So once we are able to see our divine connection to everything that is around us, and we learn the language, and it's a language that is spoken through connectivity uh, and vibration, and everything around us is speaking to us at all times, and we are receiving signs in everything. And once we are able to establish this connection with the universe around us and hold that established connection, then everything is aspiring for us, and anything that we want to create, we can just put out into this energetic field that we're connected to. And once we're in vibration, that is in synchronicity with everything that is around us, and we're in harmony with everything that is around us, then it's just like you'll see the bees start coming and landing on you, and you start becoming whole with everything. Um, everything, you start respecting everything around you. You start respecting the bees and the flies and the plants and the flowers and the fruit, and you become in complete appreciation, just as you would be in appreciation. When you're in appreciation, you're in appreciation. So once you begin to really appreciate, a big breeze just came through here. Once, which I take as a divine sign, and it's coming through even stronger. We're in the mid-morning. It's out of the ordinary. And I'm going to enjoy it for a second. When we find this divine connection to everything around us, we also become in complete appreciation and in awe of everything around us. The plants growing, it's amazing. You look at the fruit that the trees are like presenting to you. You know, it's like presenting the beauty, their most precious. The whole tree grows, and the bringing forth of its fruit is like its divine offering. It's like the peak of its existence. That's what it came for to do. It's like us bringing our children into the world. It's the same. So when we take from the fruit of a tree, it should be done in a way of complete understanding of, everything that had to have happened for this tree to bring forth this fruit, in appreciation and in love, and when you're in appreciation, this is something that I've realized years and years and years ago, is that when you're in appreciation, you're happy, because notice that joy sits in appreciation. You cannot have a joy that isn't rooted first in appreciation. You can't enjoy something that you don't appreciate. You don't, happiness is rooted. Look, it's checking me out. And there it goes. See, easy peasy. So happiness is rooted in appreciation, and you cannot have happiness without appreciation. So if you look for things to appreciate actively, and if you and even if you can't muster up the appreciation, sometimes we're so far down that we just simply cannot get a hold of that vibration. We simply cannot find the place that, because of our emotion vibration. We might have like a very, very low vibration at some points, but it's to look for it. And there's also that fake it till you make it. Sometimes I will take food and I'll bless it and I'll say thank you for everything that had to have happened, and I start going through my mind of all the things that had to have happened for me to receive this food. The farmers and the ground, and had to be plowed and had to be planted. And when you think about the whole process, and you come into wow, everything that it took to bring this to my plate, and you are in appreciation for it, there's far less waste. I noticed that, like, in all of my organic I give to the chickens, all of the food that's left over. And you start really having appreciation for everything that you have. And it makes you use less. You don't need as much. You start realizing that when you really live in appreciation, you don't want waste because you appreciate all of this stuff that came into your life. You don't, it, when you waste, it's like the opposite of appreciation. It's like being lizalzel. It's like saying, it's a completely different mindset. But what I really was going to talk about, okay, so we got to this place. It looks like there's a cave down there. I'm going to have to say I got to this place where I can only go down. I was going to hike up, but I see that there's just a place here that I can just go down, but it looks like there's like a cave right down here too. I'll take you down with me just so you can see where I'm going. That's not really a cave, but I'll just show you the path that I'm going to take because I'm going to search it out. Okay, so I have to go down there and then all along down there, and then I'll get down to the bottom of the valley. I have to get back. My brother is my brother my brother's coming with my nephew. He has a birthday today, so he's going to be doing a birthday at my parents' house. So I'm out here on a morning hike, and he's supposed to be there at 11. I think it's already like 10:30, so I'm going to be late in any case. So, but that's okay. He's late. He might be late, but anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll only be a few minutes late. And this is important. So what I was opening up this video to talk about, and then we got into all of that, because I think that all of that is relevant to what I'm going to say, and also relevant to life in general. I'm wondering if I should stop here for a second so that I can properly hike down this. Because where I'm at is kind of slippy. See? But I'm not with the best shoes because I wasn't really expecting to go hiking this morning. I was just going to take a walk. But the mountain called to me to hike up it. Oh, look. There's a cave. Let's go inspect that cave. Okay, I'll take you on a trip to the cave. That I will do. I mean, we're already here and you're already with me, so we'll go and check out this cave. There's actually a couple of caves here. People used to live in these caves. Here, I'll turn it around for you. Lola and Rexy. See, it's just a very shallow cave. This is something else. Let's see. Yeah, it's just a little cave. It's just a little cave. And there's another one right over here around the corner, it looks like. Wait. Oh, one up there, but I'm not going to go there. So, wait, I need to send... I had a phone call. It was my niece was calling me. Probably to see where I am. Not from the same brother. A niece from my other brother. It's and then I'm gonna hike down this. I want to do it properly. It looks like it gets steep down there. I want to see where I'm at. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get down this way. It looks like there might be like a sheer drop off right below me. So I think I might have to go back the way I came and kind of hike down the mountain. But that'll be okay. I'll just do it in a zip. I'll do it really quick. What I was going to say is that about this, the feeling that I have that's like exciting. Before a few years ago, I went into this deep, deep depression. And for a couple months before the depression, I started feeling like something's coming. something big is coming. I could tell. I could just tell. There was something big coming. Um, and I, I didn't know what it was, but I was waiting for it. I knew. And then that whole big thing happened, and the depression, um, and it was like having a premonition, but I had no idea what was coming. I could just tell that something was coming. It was like in the air was hanging, and it was like there was like this heaviness all around, like something is coming. And I kept on saying to people around me, I can feel something is coming. I don't know what. And I could have never imagined what it was. Could have never imagined, but I knew that something was coming. And now I feel the same thing. But I'm excited about it. See, because I know it's true. I know it's true. I can feel it. I can feel it in my meditation every day. I can feel that something big is coming in my life. I can just feel it coming. You know, like I was saying, how we're connected to everything and the universe speaks to us. I can feel its presence. I can feel it coming. I can feel like there's this whole world that's opening up to me, that it's just a matter of me stepping into it. It's like there's this whole other thing that is, it's like a simultaneous dimension that is happening right next to me. There's this whole timeline, this whole other life that I'm stepping into and passing over to. It's like passing over into the new world. I know that there are a lot of people all around me that are talking about the new world, because we can feel it coming. It's real. It's there. It's all around us. And I can feel something coming, and I can feel something big coming, and I can feel the excitement of it. I can feel like the emotion of it, the vibration of it. I can feel the essence of it, and it's something big, and it's something exciting, and it's something that is magical. And I know that it has a lot of unknowns, a lot of things that I've never experienced before in it, and it's already coming into existence. I can feel it. I can feel it, and I'm like excited and see, even emotional about it when I talk about it, because it's I know that it is, what's good and bad, right? What's good and bad, but I know that it's an experience, that it's something big. It's like something that I have known my whole life, but not known. It's like coming from this mystical realm. It's coming from um, the all, or it's coming from. I feel like I've already been there. I feel like it's already happened, and that I already, it's my natural place of being, or the natural next step, and that I've already done this in the past. It's just like I was saying about my twin. Like when I met him, it's like coming home. It's like we've already done this. I remember we've already done this. We've done this before. It's like when we get to different levels and different steps on our journey together. And every time it's like, we've done this before. I already know this. It's like a replay of what we've already done. It's like feeling like we've done this before. I know it. And it's the same thing. There's something opening, the whole new world, which is the ancient world. It's actually not the new world. It's a new world from where we're at now. It's a new way of being, a new way of thinking, a new, there's new to it. Yeah, I'm not going down this mountain. It looks like down there's like a sheer drop, and it looks like it's about a floor and a half. Like, you would say like a floor and a half, something like that. I can just see all the way around that it's just a sheer drop. I can tell. So I'm just going to go right back up where I came. So there's something big coming. There's something in the air. You know that song, I can feel it coming in the air tonight of night. I don't know. But I can feel it coming. I know it's coming. And I'm excited. And I'm actually excited about being excited. This whole past week, I've been in a completely different mode. Okay, and updates on like the twin flame. For the the last pretty much every day almost this week. I think there was like one day that I didn't see my twin, maybe one day, but the last like yesterday we spent all afternoon until the evening together at the Rob Roy. It was really nice, one of the nicest and one of the most easygoing. There wasn't really anything. There was no, it was just him and I having a good time. And we spent most of the time, and talking to other people and swimming, and we sat with my brother, and I danced a lot, and we were just together. We were just, together, and some of our friends were there, so we said hi and stuff. So it was really, I think it was one of the most at ease, balanced energy, one of the most at ease meetings that we've had since forever on this in this lifetime, right? So I need to go back up this slippery part that I was, and it just felt completely natural. There wasn't any kind of, it just felt natural to me, and I feel like more and more. I feel like more and more that I am able to balance the energy. And with the, I also feel like, a lot of, when you're so close, it smells so good. When you're so close, like that, the jealousy thing is completely like it, when you get to this knowing that that person is there and they're going to be there because our souls are connected. There's a connection there that is beyond this world. And we've tried, in the beginning, because of the pain. Whoever's on this twin flame journey knows. Because of the pain, each of us have tried before to part. Say, okay, I don't want it anymore, and try to cut off, but you just can't. And when you get to the full knowledge that there is no separation between me and the universe, and there is no separation between him and I, and I and him. I can feel him. I feel him inside of me. He's always been there. I'm trusting. You go through all of these stages where you're trying to run away, and then you're trying to chase, and then you try to grab a hold of, and then trying to release, and then you're going through all of these different, it's like jumping around until finally you just come into this like knowing, okay, and it's a knowing that is so strong, it doesn't matter what anybody around you says. It's just like I was talking about my family, that they don't get it. Okay. At first you try to prove yourself. When you're trying to prove yourself, you're not in 100% knowing. You're trying to talk somebody else into something. It means that you don't believe it enough for it to just be an exact, right? So I'm actually going to pick some of these, and I'm going to make myself like a sage stick, but this isn't really sage. It's something wild, but it smells so good. I'm going to pick some of this before I go and see if I can make a sage, like a sage stick out of it, to see how it smells. See how it burns, like the fragrance of it. It's all over the side of the mountain. And it's kind of like sage. It smells really nice. It has like a kind of a little bit of a sweet, but I don't know if I would make tea out of it. It smells like something you might put into rice, maybe. Anyway, but I could find out what it is. I I know these people that they conserve all of the different plant life, and they know all of the different plant types. So I can ask her. She's a friend of mine. I can just send her a picture and ask her what it is, and she'll tell me. Um, I have the best friends ever. I just have the best friends ever. I meet the most interesting people. So, and then the tune that was yesterday. I was talking about the knowing on the twin flame journey. When you know, um, you don't even have to prove it anymore. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks, and it really doesn't matter because they can't get it. They can't. Somebody that doesn't have that inside of them, that feels their twin with them inside of them, just can't understand what it feels like. It's like you're connected at a soul level. It's like they're a part of you, but they're apart from you, but they're a part of you. And we each get our own individual experience because we each have our own avatar and our own wants and needs and experiences and things that we've gone through. But at the same time, we're of the same essence, having two different life experiences. And to truly love my other soul, or to truly love myself, is to want my other part to fully experience his life experience. And so then jealousy and all those things just fall out. It's more like you become curious, like, oh, what's he doing? Oh, that's cool. Look at him. Go for it. And you want to be a part of it because you also want to see them flowering, but you are a part of it. So you get to enjoy your own life experience and make your own life experience rich and fun. And by making your own life rich and fun, you're adding to their life experience, because I can see how him making his life rich and fun is adding to my life experience, because I'm enjoying it through him and he's enjoying it through me. And we're enjoying it together. So we're going through these different, I'm also going through these different parts of part of me, you're going through the 3D part, which is the part of wanting to hold on to that other body. And then you go through the parts where you just realize that it's just all so divine. I want the best for him. I want him to enjoy his life experience. And through watching him enjoy his life experience, it's like watching your child grow. It's like, wow, he gets to do all that cool stuff. And you really it's like you enjoy watching it. It's like I enjoy watching anymore. It's really funny. It's not absolute. It's like half, but it's not absolute. But there is a big part of me anymore that I don't feel threatened or like I'm going to lose, because once you realize that you can't lose this other person, like, and you're gonna be a part of their life. First of all, you realize that it's a two-way street. He can't lose me either, and I'm going to be a part of his life. And by knowing this, just like I don't want to be hurt, I want to guard his emotions as well. And guarding his emotions is guarding me. So by me having a very soft and loving and considerate way of being and experiencing and doing things that are considerate of his life experience. Not that I stop my life experience, but for sure not to do things that purposely I know they're going to hurt him because I'm hurting. That's for sure. I mean, that just creates more of that, right? If I'm hurting because of something that his body is doing in this 3D plane, and then I go out to do things that, to either hurt him back, which is the worst of it. Like, okay, well, I'll show you then. If you're going to do that, then I'll show you. That's putting it's putting a stick in my own spokes too, because it's just prolonging the pain, and also doing things that have no purpose. If I'm if okay, so an example, if I am jealous and then I'm like, okay, well, he doesn't want me, so I'm going to go out and do something with whatever, and I do something in a spiteful way, which isn't just a way of me choosing something because it's my life experience and that's what I really want to do, then it creates this spiral that is like this hurt spiral, because I'm hurting him, You know, by looking in the mirror, if I can see the things that in my life experience, like the things that I when I'm watching him, if there's things that hit me off, then I know that it's a spiral. It's the other way around too. Um, so I really, by safeguarding myself and making my life experience more rich and making my life experience better, I'm creating the same for him, and that's why it brings them back in on the twin flame journey. It's just a different way of looking at it. Yeah, it's that by if we're the same soul and I'm making my life experience rich, I'm enriching his life experience, and I can see this so clearly. I can see this like a day and night, and and also by knowing that no matter what he's going to be there, I want and we are connected. That means my life and his life in this 3D plane on in this timeline, our lives are connected. And that's a given. And once you know it so strong in your being, at first you fight it and you kind of think, okay, this isn't real. Maybe I'm just making this up. And then your family starts telling you all sorts of things. You start considering, you know, at the times that you're still considering what outside people are saying is the time where you're not completely in the knowing in yourself. And slowly you start coming into this knowing. It starts becoming more and more obvious and clear and true and absolute. And when it comes to this place of where it comes so absolute, your connection and your knowing that you are connected at the soul level. We are connected at the soul level. Um, Nothing else. When the knowing is so strong, there's nothing that can shake your faith in it. And when you get to the point where there's nothing that can shake your faith in it, you stop listening to outside sources. It doesn't matter what anybody else has to say. It doesn't matter if they understand or don't understand. And you start realizing that they can't understand. Because I've been on this journey for over a year now in knowing. Yeah, I've been on the journey for longer than that. But in the knowing, I all of a sudden I realize once I solidly realize and perceive him in my being, I realize that he's been there all along. He's been there the whole time. There was no time that he wasn't there with me. And he's so far intertwined in my being that it's like when you find beliefs that you didn't even know were there because they're so far in. It's like a fish swimming in water doesn't know that there's water. Yeah, there's two fish swimming in water, and a crab comes and says, how's the water? And the fish say, what's water? Because they've never been out of water. They don't even know that, like, it's the same thing. And, oh, this smells so good. It just smells so good. And once you realize this, there's nothing that can shake it. And there's the calm that comes over you because you realize he was always there. He always will be there. It doesn't matter. And then you just want for their best. Because when they're not in their best, it shakes you up too. And you come to this place where you have so much love for them. It's unconditional. It doesn't matter what, I want the best for him. I want his life experience to be as rich as it can be. I want him to experience whatever he wants to experience. Um, and you come to that place of such unconditional love, and you realize that he is connected to me as well. And I want good for him. And when I am out of balance, it brings him out of balance. And then I want to bring myself into balance as to not interfere with his balance. It's like this unconditional love that is so strong that you want, and then you start realizing, wait, if I love him like that, and we're of the same essence and we're of the same being, then for me to love him is for me to love me. It's inseparable. And then you turn it around and you see how much you love this person, and you know that we're mirrors. So if I love this person to those extents, this person loves me to those extents. And then I turn the mirror back on me. Say, out of respect for him, even to love me. And then you realize that, wait a minute, if I love him like this, then I'm certainly worthy of it because we're the same. And then I love me. And it's kind of like, it's not that I love me for him, but I do. But I love him for me. It's like this spiral. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Me loving him and loving me is the same thing. And whenever I'm out of love for myself, I'm out of love for him. And so by loving him unconditionally, I must love myself unconditionally. And that's the awakening. That is the, whatever we're talking about, bringing the attention back to myself. It's another way of looking at it. It's like a round, it goes through him and back to me, and through me and back to him, and through him and back to me. And it's like that. It's like we're on the same spiral. We're together in the same spiral. Our soul is in the same spiral. And so we are uh, you could say codependent in by way of nature. Our spiral is the same. And for me to arise, he has to arise. And for me to arrive, he has to arrive. And for him to arrive, I have to arrive. So it's hand in hand. It's hand in hand. It's a joint effort. It's a joint effort, but it's a joint individual effort, because we can't do it for each other. Each of us has to do it on our own. We can inspire. We can contain the other one, like lachil is to contain, or to be able to uh, but there's also an allowance in there. You can't grab a hold of him and experience anything for him, but I can inspire him and hold him up, and encourage him, and in the same light, I'm doing the same for myself, and I can lift him. I can't lift anybody, right? But you get what I'm saying. You get what I can support him in his journey. I can show him what I can see, and he can do the same for me, and he does the same for me. And I feel like he's um, further along. It's like further along. I can't even say further along. Because I think that our paths have opened up different, and now when they're combined, we each are bringing different things to the plate. The places that I have healed, or places that I have grown, we have, in this 3D mode, we have gone through different life experiences. I can feel his life experiences, and sometimes I can just feel the outcome of whatever the experience is and not know the experience, which is also pretty like mi balbel. It's like because you don't know exactly, because I can feel his emotions and I don't know exactly what caused all of it, in the 3D mode, I can kind of get an idea. And some of the memories even come back to me, but they come back to me as not as picture memories, even though sometimes there are a little bit of picture memories, but it's more like emotional picture. I'll get the look at that. You see that plant down there? It's this. So I'm going to go and pick. It's like an emotional picture of things. I get to see emotion, or sometimes I just get the raw emotions as they are. So my niece is calling me again, so I'm going to wrap this up so I can call her back. Whoa. I think she wants to see if my son is awake, but she can go over there and figure it out. So really, I opened up this video. I didn't know that I was going to say all this. I really just wanted to talk about the feeling like something big is coming. I can feel it. I can feel it with all of my being. I know it. There is something big coming. Something big is coming. Something enormous is coming. And it's coming in strong and fast. And I'm holding this vibration. I'm holding this vibration. I see it coming. You know, when I get into the right vibration, which is this higher vibration, I can see how the smoking. Okay, so we're going to go back into the smoking because I can see that this is a point that needs to be made, also for myself, and also for whoever else is, going through the same things with us. I feel like the smoking is smoking marijuana. Yeah, not cigarettes. Smoking marijuana. I quit cigarettes, like tobacco, over a year ago after I had started smoking again for the last few years. After years and years and years that I quit smoking, it's irrelevant. Um, but I feel like it was a vice, and it was a place where my energy and my power were being sucked out of me. It's almost like the smoking is an entity that comes in the back door when you have weaknesses because of this journey and this being born into this new world, coming into this new dimension, is so painful. You have to shed yourself. You have to shed your beliefs that you've believed your whole life. You have to come into a completely new knowing. And because of all of this, it gives you an out. It gives you a release. It's like a vice. It's like letting this entity, this plant entity, come in the back door. I know that it has healing properties. I know all of that. Um, but when you smoke every day, you're not, well, who am I to say? Because I've smoked every day for a few years, um, before, when I'm not going to say anything about it. I know the healing properties of it, and I know, um, that sometimes you need the out in order to handle whatever life is giving you. But I know for me that right now, the best place for me to be is not to be smoking right now, because I feel like it's like I'm giving away my power to an outside entity and not allowing myself to fully go through all of the spectrum of emotions, or fully deal with the emotions that come up. You smoke and then you don't have to deal with it. Um, or you are like, you have a release from whatever it is. So I feel like for me that I'm in the exact right place by quitting to smoke right now. It's detrimental for my path right now because I need all of my focus and all of my energy onto me. Um, and that smoking is, that marijuana is really just, it's an entity. You could call it a gin. It's just like alcohol is. It's something that numbs. It's something that comes in and gives you release, but then you're not standing in your power, because when you have an out, you don't have to go through whatever emotion is coming up, because you can just numb it, or you can. And I feel like at this point right now in my spiritual awakening and rising, and also knowing that I am also I have effect on my twin, and my twin is doing his work. And it kind of feels almost like a responsibility. And I'm not doing it for him. I'm doing it for me, yeah. But at the same time, because we're connected and so divinely connected, that whatever I do has an effect on him as well. So in knowing that, it's almost like I have this control over this. I had this one video that I put up where I said, being like I was being held hostage on this. He did a hostage one before, hostage video where I held him hostage. But it's like I'm hostage to whatever he wants to dish out emotionally. It touches me whether I want it to or not. And so whatever he dishes out, I just have to kind of take. And it feels like sometimes like you're being held hostage. Like, he has this effect on me. There's really, because when you understand that you are the same soul and that you are connected no matter what, that whatever he does has this effect on me. And and that there is no getting around it. I'm going to have to put a hat on because it looks like I'm going to have to go down into this valley where there's sun. I don't put on sunscreen for the last like a year or so. I haven't been putting on sunscreen because in the sunscreen there's all sorts of chemicals. It's not healthy for you. And if you really think about it, I mean, for almost all of the time of existence of humanity, there was no sunscreen. People put hats on. People got sun. It's part of nature. And I know all the whatever. I know all of the medical. I put on sunscreen like habitually, like a religion almost, for years and years and years. So ever since my 20s. So I know. I know all of the, I like taking some from like different plants because different plants have different, even if it's the same plant, it's just like marijuana. Different plants have different effects. Every plant that you smoke, even if it's the same strain and the same everything, every plant that you smoke has a different effect on it. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out. See, right here, it just goes sheer down. It looks like I came from over there. Lola is showing me the path. I'll just follow Lola. Lola knows the way. She'll lead me. They have like a sixth sense. They can also smell like the other animals, what routes the other animals. See, now I'm hiking on the side of this mountain, right? I have my phone in one hand and this in the other hand, and I'm hiking up on this kind of like a cliff thing, you know, with these shoes that my feet are slipping around in. Another plant. I'm going to take some more of these from. So maybe I'll make a couple of those like incense sticks, like sage burning sticks. I hope it turns out really nice. We'll see. I do need to get back. I think that the birthday party is already supposed to have been started. And my niece already tried to call me a couple of times. So I need to get my button gear. I know from here it's only about 5 minutes. And once I get down into the valley's down there, I'm almost there. Once I get down into the valley, I'm only about 5 minutes away from the car. What did she touch over there? So there's something here. Oh, there it is. I knew it was something metal. It's an old rusty thing. Oh, and there's the actual box cutter. It was a knife for a box cutter. And look at this. See, this is ancient. It's something that this round here is ancient. People used to dwell in these caves back in the time of Jesus. This would have been the route that they would have taken up to the ancient city of Tzfat, which is one of the 4 holy cities. From Galilee down below, from Ginosar and Magdala, this would have been the route up. And all over these mountains, there's pottery. I even found a coin here in this valley. There's all sorts of ancient things that you can find in this valley. I love this place. There's an energy to it. There's some kind of energy. So something big is coming. I think I'm going to be talking about this more. And this whole week, so I was going to update more on that. So and then yesterday we spent all afternoon together. And the 2 nights before that, the 2 evenings, like from late afternoon until the middle of the night. Yeah, like the night before that, I got home at 2 o'clock in the morning. The night before that, I got at home at 1 o'clock in the morning. We spent the evenings together at the beach with our friends at the beach, and we made dinner there, cooked over a fire, and it was just absolutely like I'm learning how to balance this energy, and I'm realizing that this balancing of energy is a lot, it's a joint effort, but I can see my responsibility, my part in balancing this energy, because the energy is like, there's this chaser runner energy, right? So I can feel the chasing energy dissipating. I felt it. Like today, I didn't feel it at all. Yeah, like yesterday, I don't think I felt it at all. I don't remember feeling it. The day before, I remember it coming up at one point. It's like for a few minutes, it came up. I breathed through it. Somebody that was watching my videos sent me a suggestion to breathe, instead of the smoking weed. And I just breathed through it and cleaned my thoughts, because with your thoughts you can pull your emotions. And so I just breathe through it and pull my emotions back, to clear out my emotions and make them stable. And you can do this through your thoughts by remembering. Okay, wait. You start remembering. You start going through the thought process, knowing what you're feeling. Even just being able to recognize that you're having this emotional pull. Even being able to just recognize it is already half the. Instead of running with it. It used to be I would get that chasing energy, and I would just get in the car and go. I didn't, it didn't matter where I was going, even if I didn't, physically try to chase him, or emotionally try to chase him. It would be the chasing energy. Get out and go, 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 go. You can't concentrate, and my concentration feels like is coming back to me. I've been also drinking tea with this like Chinese flower tree thing. I showed it in one of the videos. I don't remember what it's called, but and I feel like my focus is coming back to me, and that I'm having some excitement about things moving in my life. And with the not smoking, I'm also move, come on. Ooh, look at this feather. Wow, look at this. It's a massive feather. I haven't found one like that in like a long time. I wonder. Look up there. There's a rock rabbit just sitting up there. I don't know if you can see it. If you pause, it's just sitting there. Cute. Oh, there it's going. Where's it going? Cute. You see it? But there must be some kind of a bird nest up here to have this big of a feather here. I'll take it and do something with it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end this here and do some serious hiking out of here. I got to get to that birthday party. So thank you for watching. It's already been an hour, a little over an hour. So thank you for watching. And like I said, I'm going to be doing videos as they come to me naturally. When I feel like I have something to say. It's funny. Some days I feel like I have nothing. And some days like today, I turned it on to say one thing and the floodgates open. Some days I have like 10 videos 10 things to say. I'm going to try to keep them a little bit more together, But a lot of times that's just how it comes. Everything comes out all at once. So thank you for watching. If you've gotten this far with me, and I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. And I really feel like these videos are also for me, mainly for me, first of all, and for me to be able to understand. I get gifts every time I do one of these videos and I talk about certain things. I get gifts. The gifts are that I get all of everything that I said pinpointed into a knowing. It's like taking this big mumbo jumbo of thoughts and bringing it down into words. Really brings it home and lets me know what I know and know where I'm at. I feel like there were some really good things in here that I realized, like the balancing of energy and how the self-love through the love of your twin, and how those things are connected and come together, and how bringing the focus back on myself is what is detrimental. And it comes also from love, unconditional love to your twin, and wanting him to have a full life experience, being able to say that openly and outwardly, and realizing the depths of it and the truth of it, and how by loving him, I'm loving me, and by loving me, I'm loving him. and that it's the same thing. And that way, that to love him is to love me. So I can always just love me. And that is an expression of my love to him. It's not about him. Or it is about him. It is about him. But it's also about me. So it's the same thing. Him and I, it's the same thing. And that it doesn't have to be anything more than it is. You know, he's always there with me. He always will be. Always was. And that is a given, even if we're apart. And that's something that he told me once. He told me to remember that he's always my best friend. Even if we're not speaking, he's always my best friend. Things are moving around here. Ever since I saw that snake the other day, right at my feet, it was a massive snake. It was like 1.5 meters long and like this big around. Okay, I really appreciate you guys watching. And I'm sending you lots and lots of love here from the Galilee, and I'm feeling it. I really am sending you lots of love. So thank you for watching, and I really appreciate everybody who does watch and everybody that does comment and tell me things. Sometimes, I get back to all the comments. I get back to all the comments unless I miss them for some reason. Sometimes it takes me a couple of days, because sometimes when I'm in the go, like these last few days, it feels like I've been in the go. I've been in my life, like immersed in my life completely, and not thinking about making videos, just out doing my own thing. And I think that that's also part of the making the videos, is you have to be immersed in your life to even have anything to talk about, or anything to like realize or see. Come on. Okay, so I appreciate it. I'm going to the birthday party. I might film at the birthday party. My family probably wouldn't want me to. Okay, see you later.